All right, so thanks again for doing this. My first question to you is tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got started in the community.
I am a psychotherapist and I got started in the community. It kind of just happened naturally where clients came and it's become a little bit of a specialty of mine. And then personally, I will say that I have people with different disability in my family as well. And so it does have kind of something that is near and dear to my heart. So yeah, it just kind of came in, and I'm grateful to be able to participate in part of the community.
Mm-hmm. So, tell me a little bit about the work that you do. What's the day-to-day like?
Day to day is me waking up early and taking care of myself with stretching and yoga and being grateful for the ways that I can move my body and the things that I can do to make sure that I'm taking the best care of myself. And then I work and see clients Tuesdays through Friday. And so the rest of my day is spent here in my office and just, seeing individuals throughout the day.
Mm-hmm. When working with clients, what sorts of methods or approaches do you use? Um,
That's a great question. I start with always being person-centered and meeting them where they're at. And while sometimes some of the approaches are things like dialectical behavior therapy, some of the cognitive behavior therapies, where we work with what's showing up today and how we're feeling and how our behaviors and thoughts are impacting how we feel. But broader than that, I work with a lot of internal family systems and earlier core beliefs, because what I've learned with working with the community with disability and various different kinds is that it really challenges our self-concept and our identity and how other people perceive us in the world. And a lot of times there is that self-discovery component of what are my expectations for myself? What are the limitations that I have in the day-to-day? And who am I really at the core of myself?
mm-hmm.
And tell me if I didn't answer the question, because I could ramble on about this for for a very long time.
No, 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 that's totally fine. Let's move on to the next question. So, like, what impact does your work have on the greater community? What if patients said when they come and see you?
That I would think what patients tell me, that's a difficult question for me to answer because sometimes I don't see the the effects of my work. But I hope that, and I believe that when people keep coming to me and they keep coming back, that there's a sense of being seen and understood, me giving them a room where they can truly be themselves, because I think a lot of the times the experience, the various experiences happen and can be very isolating. And so I hope that I give them a space where they really feel like they are valued and matter just as they are. And that then also in the day-to-day life, we can come up with different ways of coping, different
Mm-hmm.
ways of making sure that the day feels easier.
Yeah. So my last question to kind of wrap this up is, what can people take away from this conversation? How can incoming people who want to study what you want to do, like like your work or psychology for that matter, what can they sort of learn to sort of to really get into this field? Because I get it's really challenging, and also to, like, as you said before, help those incoming psychologists, psychotherapists, you know, help patients, you know, feel that they belong, that they are feel seen and heard. It's a two-parter. So,
Absolutely, sure. Well, being seen and heard, I think I actually have one answer for that for you is doing our own work. That we really need to be the person on the opposite side and understand what it is to be vulnerable and work through our own pain and our own fears. And that helps us not only understand the process of being a therapist, but also I think makes it just all the more relatable. and connecting in some way to, I think, being open to perhaps people going into this field might know an area that they want to study. But what I really love about this work is that sometimes it surprises you and it kind of feels like the direction becomes clear for you. Like, for instance, me participating and helping the disability community has been such a gift to me. And I would have only known it in the ways that I know in my personal life if it weren't for it just kind of naturally coming up. And then if there is something that feels like it's close to your heart, start pursuing becoming educated about that and being open to letting our clients really teach us as well,
Yep, those are important.
for sure.
All right.